Here is what I guess you would say my main fish room. Holds most of my aquariums. Bulk of them. Newest, right? Holds 32 tanks. This is a 125 long community rainbow fish tank. Holds a lot of my rainbows I've collected throughout the years. Some parvas, some yellows, turquoise, parkinsonis, dwarf neons, some 8 rainbow fish. There's blue phantom placos in here, a couple of those. There's one right there, just kind of hanging out, not really doing much. Some orange laser quarries hiding somewhere. Keep all these rocks. There's actually a ton of orange and red cherry shrimp underneath these rocks, which acts as a good live food for the rainbow fish. This tank is actually being rescaped. Had some yellow Rileys in it, and just needed a rehaul. I let the filter go bad, just doing too many projects and whatnot. Actually have some micro crabs in here. Been thinking about debating whether to keep it micro crabs or just do it up, be an office tank and whatnot. I'm not seeing any crabs. There's only a couple in there. Really hard to find. They love those dirty tanks. This is a blackwater tank. Recently discovered the power of peat moss, so I've been doing a lot of testing with it. So I got all these numbers written on here. I got some SB rasboras, some cardinal tetras, bucephalandros, some A. reneki. There's actually some blue dream pearl or blue dream neos in here. Golden wonder killifish. Got a couple German blue rams in here as well. They didn't color up as much as I thought they would, being in blackwater, so trade them out for some gold rams. Waiting on getting some green laser cory cats for the bottom from a local hobbyist that's breeding them. And here's the big rack. The tops all 20s. Whole top rows open right now. Doesn't have anything in there. Waiting to put some project shrimp in there or some breeding. This end will be cherries. It's all still being put together. Haven't grabbed all my shrimp out yet, but there's a few in there. But this will be cherries, red Rileys, Bloody Marys, wild neos. This is a peat moss tank that I've been working on. Got peat moss substrate. Trying to breed my first tetras in there, black neons. Something I've always wanted to do, but our water is always so hard. that I never really had the chance to without a good RO system. And using my dehumidifier water. Been getting good results too. Hang the bucket up there too to get the water in there slow so it doesn't kick all that peat moss up, since it's such a soft substrate. It's kind of cool too because I'll fill up the water bucket and then lift it, and the gravity will take care of the siphon itself. Down here I got a bunch of blue Rileys which need cold. I got some red Rileys in there with them. And the blues getting ready to call all those out from each other. Get the line better. These are some dark blue dreams in there. These are my blue velvets, also blue jelly. A few of them in there. Here I got some chocolate shrimp. Keeping. And then in here, this will be the blue-red Riley tank eventually, and then I'll have more black neos in here. And down at the bottom here we have a mixed tank shrimp, mixed neos, which I've had this tank mixed with neos for about 4 or 5 years. Created all kinds of wild shrimp, my own grains and stuff. But at the same time, that's my oldest tank, so I decided to give them a bigger tank and upgrade it. You can see all the different colors. That way I don't lose the lines and all the genetics built over time. Some spiderwood in there, some Hygrophila compacta, feather duster, thread, leaf, java fern. It's a 75. Go to the other side of the stand here. And up top we have well, pretty much all betas on this side. Sides on the bottom we have the Geophagus winnemillerite, the other part of the group. There's 2 of them down here. Oh, there they are. And they're stalls. Waiting like horses for a race. Pretty cool fish though. Kind of shy. Up here is the beginning of the betas. Got most of my females down here. It's a female black Milano. Hard to see. See female fancy. Female crossray. That one is the pattern female. All plants too, some parvus, some Talia colorata, Killifish, compacta, moss. This is, which one is this? I can't remember what that one is. Let's see, Dumbo placket, Downaway, another Dumbo, Lugia. We got some turquoise betas actually being bred right now. There are eggs up there. Need to pull that female out soon. We just had those eggs today. Added them in there. And this, I had my fancy betas in. Currently has a bunch of babies in here. So we'll find some. There's a couple hanging out. They're free swimming now. Still really tiny. You can see them at the top there. There's one in the middle. Oh, there's a couple. Hard to see, so tiny. It's moving. Like they're doing good. It's a cross ray beta. That's from Jakarta, Indonesia. That's where I got most of my betas. Here's a platinum. No beta. Bell. Up here is a fancy male beta. Or hygro. Pattern male beta. Alright, that's it for the big rack. Before I'm going to the main fish room area. Go ahead and feed these guys. They've been waiting to eat for a while. I wanted to show you guys what it's like to feed them. Sorry if the camera's all. I'm gonna feed them some freeze-dried bloodworms. I tend to really go crazy after these. Love watching them eat. Alright, let's move into the main fish room here. Alright, this house is, I don't even know how many tanks. I haven't really counted them up yet. Let's see, here's a rack of 20-gallon longs. Got an Orange Riley project going down there on the bottom. Quite a bit of them in there. That's where I got my red spot Orange Riley Neo. Pretty rare. And then created them myself actually. It's green Neos line. More based towards the yellow and green opposed to the orange and green. A few of them in there. They're really hard to see on camera because they blend right in with the moss. And up here we got another project. I'm not going to get too deep into that one because it's kind of a secret. And up here I've got some Signifer Rainbow baby fry. Also some shrimp in there. Another little project I got going on. Get too in depth on shrimp in there. And also another project tank up there. Or some blue pearls in there along with something else. And here I have snowball shrimp. There's a few of them back there. Nice white on them. Over next to them is a Red Riley tank. Recently bought these. I didn't make these myself. Most of them died and there's actually only one in there right now. So that'll become something else. This is a select group of yellow Neos that I've had and collected over breeding. It's kind of a darker yellow opposed to the bright yellows. And here we have some dwarf crays. Kind of one of them impulse buys. Probably won't do much with these guys. I'm just kind of hanging out for now. Maybe I'll stick them in a big tank one day. Do something else with that tank. And then up here I've got some blue carbons. Well, not blue carbons, but regular carbon Rileys. Few blue carbons in there. That's where I stick those calls at. For my blue dreams. Then up here I have some select green and orange shrimp, which actually I've been noticing that color has morphed. And this one right here looks a little more whiter. And here you can see the orange a little more. You got a kind of green tint up here on the Luigia. Different kind of orange shrimp. Here we got the golden banks, yellow neons. Got a few pregnant ones in here. See if we can find them. I think she is, but hard to pick up on the video. Pretty bright yellow. And here we have red tigers, as well as some orange shrimp, kind of like orange Rileys, but half and half, where just the tail is orange. Back there's a couple red tigers. I'm seeing the orange Rileys here. Must be way in the back. I see them on the back glass, so it'll be kind of hard to get on camera. And this is some Killifish. I bought one of them packets off eBay. 50 eggs in it from Thailand, and added water, they started hatching, and now I got this group of killifish, anchovies. Pretty cool. I had some peat in their tank, they like that stuff. And here, the tank, it's still open. There's actually a couple safari shrimp in there. It's a pretty rare Caridina, Tybee. I bought more of them, but unfortunately they didn't live very long. And normally I don't have troubles with shrimp buying them, but those did not last. This is Blue Dreams here, Blue Dream Neos. A main tank of them. Lots of good grades of them. Couple blue carbons there. These bright blues. Blue jellies. Could use a little column. There's a lot of blues. And down here I have some yellow Neos and some Galaxy Tigers. Galaxy Tigers is a new type of shrimp. There's one right there. Recently just caught from the wild, so not a lot of people have them yet. Don't know much about them. I've also found this one that looks like they're turning red, which I never noticed that from any of them when I first got them. Not sure what's going on with that. Saw two of them, which I haven't peeked my head in this tank for maybe a week. Really gave it a good look, but I have to find out what's going on with that. Lots of yellow Neos. This line actually holds a yellow Riley gene. I'll be selectively breeding them more here in the future. A lot of moss and Italia colorata, Monte Carlo growing up pretty high. Alright, and over here we have starburst endlers. Lots and lots of starburst endlers. And some huge Hidori Crip. As well as some Anubias. There's some of the males popping out with the colors. Actually gotta catch all these guys out of here. They're gonna go in the garage. Also got blue pearl shrimp in here, believe it or not, with all these endlers. One down there. Couple up on the wood here. Hanging out in the algae. Then here we have a mixed grade tank of orange shrimp. Lots of different oranges in here. Some variations, color morphs. Getting ready to sell all these. I need the tank. I'm turning it into a cardinal shrimp tank. It's an older autocinkless. Always wanted to breed them guys, but tried a couple times, haven't had much luck. Maybe another day. Then over here I have some 75 gallon. It's a breeding tank for rainbow fish. Let them go in there, scatter their eggs about, let the fry hatch up, collect them, move them, do it again. It's got a bunch of cherry shrimp in here. Good live food source for the rainbow fish. Negro compacta again. Some Hidori. This is actually Hidori Crip. About a year old. It's actually a slow growing Crip, but once down here, I've had those for about 4 or 5 years in that tank. Alright, now we're here on this rack. Let's start over here. We got more black rose. It's a different line. Recently acquired, so I kept it in a separate tank because you don't know how their line's going to breed, and don't need them to dilute my good lines. And then here we have a couple blue orange, which looks like that one's turning green orange now. I guess I'm starting to learn that these hues are changing on these variant orange shrimp here. There's a crystal black up there. Some L.R.Bretz. Let's see, what else is in here? There's blue bolts somewhere. That guy's more blue right here from the orange shrimp. And then here we got cardinals. Kinda hard to see, it's a jungle in here. One of my favorite shrimp though. The little white claws. There's one back there. Oh yeah, picking away. Quite a few of them in there. I've only seen a couple babies from them. They're in a small tank, so I'll have to upgrade them. There's one on the side. It's hanging out. Keep that tank warm. Then here is a line that was supposed to be black shrimp, but if you get them underneath the light, they look blue. You can see them there. Super deep dark blue. So I had to keep them a separate line as well. Not sure what I'm going to do with them. And here, this is an open tank. I had some golden wonders. I bought them from Petco because it's hard to find them elsewhere, so I had to treat them. And then here is some royal blue tigers hanging out on some driftwood. Orange OEBTs. I'll clean it up. And here's got some orange Riley in there. Some crystal reds and some golden bees. There's a couple pandas in here too somewhere. And over here, this is kind of a mixed tank. There's some culls like shrimp. I didn't really know how to classify them, where to put them. They just didn't have a line or tank to go to. Some wild shrimp in here, so it'll be really cool to see what all the crazy colored culls morphs create in time. Now let's see, down here we have another line of golden backs, yellow neons. Better view here. It was okay. Keep a separate line of them as well. And then over here, another greens. Green line. These are actually more orange and green lined. So meaning that they'll throw orange shrimp time to time as well as the greens. A few of them in there. White Anubias, some Val. And here we got orange Rileys, some beautiful Philandras. Then here we got, this is kind of a crazy mixed tank here. It's got some wild shrimp right there. Pretty cool, red hued ones. Green shrimp in there. Saw a real cool orange Riley in here too at one point. Real cool blue striped wild Neo too. There's a lot of these wild Neos, they get a bad rap because some of the hues on here look really cool, almost similar to tiger shrimp. Even getting some green shrimp like that look like tigers. There's one that's red, kind of flying around there, stripes. Here's green with the stripes, pretty cool looking. Bunch of different colors of those. There's another black Neo line I have, showing some blue. And then here's some fire reds, a few of them. Still growing up that colony. Nothing in here yet. Had a green line I actually bought. That was a terrible buy. Yeah, the only ones I keep now are ones I created. And here is a line of wilds. I used to take my wilds and put them in here. Most of them became like clear wilds. Really wild looking. Like a snowball wild. They all tend to keep that color too. Not really called much out of here either. The numbers don't really get high in these sanded smaller tanks, I've learned. Good for projects. Then down here is my oldest mixed shrimp tank, the one that I've had for 4 or 5 years. There's a bunch of wild shrimp in it. Still keeping it up even though I've been transferring some to the 75. Still got the paper towel in there from water change a while ago. Kicked that Anubias wet. Shrimp like to eat it. Snails like to eat it. I meant to get it out, but I got a lot going on. And here we got some royal tigers. What are those? Yellow kind of green line going on here. There's one right there. This is actually a really funky looking shrimp. I don't even really know what to call these guys. Like a butterscotch almost. Royal tigers are really hard to see in here. And over here we have the rainbow tiger endlers. Created these myself. Got all kinds of different color morphs. Nice patterns, nice colors. Big bronze crep. Been growing for a long time. Shooting off little babies all over the place. And that's it for the big main fish room.